Hey everybody, Lady Gear to you here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. In the previous video, we conquered most of Dragon Roost Cavern. We have found everything here so far. I think, as I'm saying this intro, I'm looking over the map to see if we got everything. Yes, we did. So, now that we've done all that, we're going to be going inside the boss of this place to finish off Dragon Roost Cavern forever. Oh yeah. Alright, this is Goma, I think. This game is pretty unique in the Zelda series in that the name of the boss fight isn't actually directly told to you during normal gameplay. Like, okay, that happened. So yeah, the name of the boss fight isn't directly told to you. So if you want to know what the boss fight's name is, you're probably going to either have to look it up, but I do think that there is something in the game that tells you later. There's something later in the game that tells you what their names are. And speaking of which, it might not make sense right now, but I want to take a picture of this thing. Alright, so... ouch, that's not good. Ouch, 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 I'm on fire. Okay, I'm making this seem harder than it actually is. This is actually a very easy boss fight. It's just the Let's Play curse that's affecting me right now. Or it could be the fact that I'm bad at games. Whatever you want to pick. This is a very simplistic boss fight. It can be done very easily. It reminds me of the Legless monster from Tomb Raider Anniversary. Because in that game, the Legless monster, it looks very intimidating and has a lot of deadly attacks. But at the same time, it can be beaten in like less than a minute if you know what you're doing. In my Let's Play of that game, even I beat it in less than a minute because I did everything like very quickly. And I did over, and I think that video was recorded over live commentary as well, which was like very surprising, which was like a double awesome thing, because it is not easy to play video games while commentating. Like I've been Let's Playing for video games for a couple years now. And I still have a bit of a hard time talking smoothly while playing games. It's just something that's difficult to do. Like, I'm sure Let's players like Dragon or people like that, they still have a hard time talking about playing games. But it's just something that becomes more natural over time. But no matter what, it's going to be like something that can be pretty difficult to do. Like I'm sure with like games like Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story or something like that, it'd be difficult to do live commentary while doing attacks that required perfect timing and stuff like that. But anyway, we beat the first boss fight of the Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD for the Wii U. It's a remake of a GameCube game that I'm just playing right now. Yay. Swirly. And we get a hot container, oh yeah. So, one thing I like to say real quick is I'm going to be quiet for a moment and listen to the sound that this makes. The sound that the swirly thing makes, it sounds a lot like the song Final Hours from Majora's Mask. This is one of my favorite songs in gaming, and it sounds so similar to it. It sounds like the first couple of notes that plays in Final Hours, and it's just really cool to listen to. Well, Prince Kamali, don't you have something you want to say? I heard everything from Medley. Lady Geardew. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Lady Geardew. You will, Kamali, I just know it. So, here. I want you to take this, Lady Geardew. Giving you the thing I value most will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things. And we received a Din's Pearl. The Great Valu is grateful to you. Oh hero, thank you. Oh hero, use the Wind God's wind. Use the Wind God's wind? That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what it means. The Wind God's wind? I wonder if what he was talking about has anything to do with the wind shrine that's through the tunnel. Oh, almost forgot. The Great Valu also names you, Lady Geardew, a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, you really are a hero. Well, I'm going to go and visit Valu. I'll come and see you sometime with the best pair of wings ever. Thank you so much, Lady Geardew. See you again someday. And Medley is so adorable. Alright, there are a few more things I'd like to take care of on Dragon Roost Island before we end off the video. First of all, I'd like to go into Beetle Sop now, because I tried going in the first video, but as you saw in the first video, we couldn't redo it. Why does his face look angry on the side? That's just kind of scary. We tried to go in here in the first video, but we couldn't buy anything, but now that we have rubies, and we can actually go in here. Oh, a customer! Welcome to Beetle Sop Sip. I deal in pretty much anything and everything. Do you have anything you don't need? If you sew it to me, I'll pay top rubies for a jug. Or do you just anything you'd like to buy? You can use a thumbstick to browse. This is a bait bag. You can use this to store bait and stuff like that. This right here is like the bait itself. I'll be going more over that in a second. This is a Hoi pear. It's kind of a weird name. Pears can attract seagulls to you and things like that. This will be required for a couple things we'll be taking care of much later in the game. I'll be buying these two real quick, because it's going to be kind of important to us right now. We can buy the bait bag, and just go buy it. Well, Stop is kind of its customers. No other Stop would do this sort of thing. I have you know. Now you have 1 point saved up. You should try saving up to 30 points so you can earn a silver membership. And now we can buy the bait bag. Or just regular bait. We already bought the bait bag, but whatever. This is how this works is there are gonna be a couple things that will attract the bait. There'll be one thing that we'll be talking about in a moment that I'll make sure to show off when we get to it. But like I was saying, I think I said this in the previous video. You can also use the bait to attract the mice, and you can use them to, you can use them in the dungeons to buy stuff. Let's go talk to this guy. Listen, man, you're not one of the native islanders, are you? Okay. I think this guy's gonna be important for something we'll be doing a little bit later. But what I want to do now is that I want to go back inside the main building. It's not a building, it's a mountain. What am I saying? It's a cavern. That's the thing we're going into. So now what we'll be doing is that while we could talk to these characters and see what it's like now that Valu is saved, I guess I could talk to the chief. I'll adhere to you. I hope I would get a chance to thank you in person. Melly told me everything. I'm extremely grateful for what you have done. It seems you have helped my son, Kamali, find his courage as well. You have done so much for us. I thank you. Tell us if there's anything that Rito can do for you. Anything at all. I believe your journey is far from over, but no matter where you may go, we can still reach you. As you travel from island to island, be sure to check the local post box. We shall be sure to deliver any letters or packages addressed to you, to the post box nearest to you. Keep your eyes peeled for the moving post boxes, for they have a meal within them. I trust that is clear. And I'm going to go look for Medley real quick, and if I can't find her in a few minutes, I'm just going to cut back to where we were a second ago. This is not where I wanted to go at all. Alright, I got too impatient trying to find her, so what we're going to be doing instead is that we're going to be going over here to check out the post box. Well now, I've never seen your young face before. Nope, don't believe so. You want to be here in response for the posting for some part-time help, would you? Oh, excellent, that's good. But first, to see if I can use her or not, I need you to give me a little test, just a small one. Mark the seal of the envelope within the same icon on the self and throw the letter onto the self. Real easy, simple. Use the left thumbstick to select the self and press the A button to throw a letter. Like I said, simple. Is that clear? Not really. Okay, yes it is. Before time runs out, you have to store at least 10 letters. Give it your best shot. Alright, now this is a kind of a mini game. We don't get rewards directly from it, but there is something that can happen to us if we play this mini game a couple times. Now I will be getting the reward, but I'd like to be able to do it, but just so you guys know, I'm not going to be playing through like the main mini game through live commentary, simply because that would be pretty much impossible for me. So I'm just going to be explaining how it works right now. As you can see, we need to throw the letters into the things depending on the symbols. Every time you get it correctly, you would get a point. You just move the thumbstick around to change the things, and you get money from this. Now there's a couple rewards we can get from beating this minigame, and it might take us a little while. So I'm going to be editing this video in a way that makes it look like I'm doing it on my first try. But to be honest, I'm probably going to be here for a while. Whew, I did it! 26 letters! You have amazing coordination! Seriously, I'm stupefied. Incredulous. We veterans do this all day long, and even we have a hard time reaching that amount. I got to give you more money. Got to. 3 rupees per letter comes to 78 rupees. How's that sound? Hey, your name wouldn't happen to be Lady Gear to you, would it? It is, isn't it? I thought you looked like the lad the chieftain was talking about. In that case, that's what I expected you'd be able to pull off something like this. I've heard all about you. Yes, I sure have. You've had a rough time, Lady Gear, do you? I feel bad making you help us. But hey, things are looking up. Our new helper's just arrived. Maybe you can give him some advice the next time you come by. Alright, for the next thing to trigger, we're going to have to leave this place briefly, and then we'll come back in. This is something that I did not know about in my first playthrough, so after I did that, I did get a reward. I was like, okay, what's the point of this? But then in my second playthrough, I was like, oh, the guy changed, so now we can talk to this guy. Hey, man, I'm the new part-timer. Green clothes and a green hat? Pardon me for asking, but you're Lady Gear to you, aren't you? No, I'm not. Oh, my mistake, man. Okay, yes, I really am Lady Gear to you. Oh, I knew it. You're a legend among the part-timers here. I really admire you, man. Just once, I'd love to see the legendary 25-letter sword. I just barely got it! Yes! First try! In your face game! Woo! Oh my gosh, 25 letters, amazing, man! I'm so impressed, seriously, man. I've got to tell my mom back home all about this. I've got a favor to ask of you, man. I'm still new here, so I'm not allowed to leave. So would you mind putting this letter to my mom in the postbox for me? Thanks a lot. And we get a letter! Yay! It's so sad you could almost cry. Keep in your delivery bag until you find a postbox to drop it in. I guess I could just throw it in here with all the letters, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It's against the rules, man. Alright, now that we've done all that, there is one more thing I'd like to do. Now, to progress with the story, well, the boat's gonna be talking for a moment. It would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place, but that would mean there's no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next portal sleeps. We sail to the south. This right here frustrates me to no end. We can't climb onto the boat because of something the boat's gonna be telling us when we go back into the water. If we could talk to him, just look at him. Unfortunately, we can't depart until the wind blows south. It is so stupid. Why can't we go onto the boat and use the Wind Waker? We could do this at any other point. But for some stupid reason, we cannot go into the boat to do this. We have to be on the shore. This is something that irritates me about the early part of the game, because it's just so weird. It's so restricting in the very beginning. I don't understand why, because there's not that much we can do in the overworld without the items we're going to be getting in the first couple dungeons. Okay. What we're going to be doing next, well, for the main story, is that there's an island way off in the distance that we need to go to. But there's something over in Windfall Island that I want to take care of right now. Now, going back to what I was saying about the first part of this game being a little bit restricting, we can pretty much only go in like a specific arc. It'll make sense in the next video. I'll be talking about in the next video more. The really annoying thing about it is that, what the heck are you doing? Oh no, it's not the boat. I thought the boat was talking, but no, it's just this guy. I don't know where you got your mitts on that sea chart you got there, but it looks to me like it's pretty much got nothing but seas drawn on it. It's pathetic, in fact. It's almost an insult to call that thing a sea chart if you ask me. What's the matter, small fry? I'm just trying to be nice here. I'm telling you that you've got the problem, and you do. Don't give me that stupefied look. It makes you look like you ought to be in diapers. Just listen, okay? I'm here to teach you what I know about this island, so open up your sea chart and get snappy, or whatever. Oh my god, I'm totally recording gamepad footage. This is totally on the gamepad. This isn't on the television. Okay, yes it is. That's the real peculiar cave toward the backside of this here Dragon Roost Island. Yeah, real peculiar, but I doubt you'll ever get there to see it, small fry. Unless you manage to sprout wings and fly, that is. Because you won't be getting there otherwise. That's all I got to teach you, small fry. But I will do this. Since I'm feeling so generous, I'll send word to all my brethren living near the islands of the Great Fish. We good bunch of fish. If you see a fish leaping out of the water when you sail near an island, sail up to it and spread bait out of the water surface. Trust me, this is good advice, Fry. See, the baiting process allows you to get a chart on this island, along with any info that might be useful for you. I highly recommend you make it a habit of doing so. See, you're definitely going to need a reliable sea chart to help search for things out of the sea. I can't emphasize that enough, right? You need a well-drawn chart. If you don't get a chart for every island you come across, it'll just be a bigger hassle for you later on, so don't say I never did anything for you, fam. Oh, you there, you kingly red lion guy? That's it. I've repaid my debt. I'm done. You take care of the rest. Holy small fam! Yeah, I've heard. I take it you are in charge of information about this island. Let's start by opening up your sea chart. Don't know why I'm giving the different map fish different accents. But now we can see that this place is called the Pauper's Isle. Do you know what a choo-choo is, small fam? No, I'm not talking about the sound you make when you kiss someone. I'm talking about choo-choos. They're the slimy monster-like puddles of goo that turn to blobs of jelly, stand up and start jumping at you like crazy when you come near them. Well, in any case, there's a lot of them on the island over there, so if you see any, I'd avoid them. They can get nasty. Now that I think about it, every once in a while I see a potion brewer lives on the Windfall Island come here. Now, why would he do that, Fry? And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait in the water for me. Sorry, but that's my policy, Fry. I can go fight you on an empty stomach, you know. And with that, I'm off. Oh, small fan? Yeah, I've heard. Then, so we're taking out Lucy Judge. Yay, repeat the dialogue. Out on the cape of this island is this crazy dancing fool who can't tell day from night. The guy's nuts, but you've got to respect someone who's not afraid to just let it all hang out like that, you know? I've been watching him thinking I'd like to try to learn the dance and compete with him from out here in the ocean. You have to teach him true rhythm with your baton, my friend. Show him what it's all about. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait in the water. So yeah, he's basically just he's gonna say that every time, where he's gonna say that if you want to talk to Miiverse again, you're gonna need to have bait for it. So that's why I strongly recommend you buy as much bait as possible whenever you find, whenever you come across those boats. I'll be buying more bait off screen simply because there's no reason to buying it again. It's like nighttime right now and stuff like that. That looks really gorgeous. Wow. I'm really happy about capture card. I'm really happy about the quality of my new capture card. Because my old capture card would not be able to record the quality that high to like really do this area justice, but this is just so beautiful. Just look at it; it's so amazing looking. And who said the Wii U wasn't powerful? The Wii U is freaking amazing. Alright, and with that, we're getting this video off here, so next time on The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, we'll be exploring Windfall Island at night, because there is something here that is very important that's going to be making sailing a lot more tolerable. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, and until next time, it's geared to you. Oh yeah!